Back in 2020, police found the body of musician Scott Sessions lying on the side of the road, covered in snow. It appeared that someone had attempted to burn the corpse before leaving it at the bottom of a ditch. The cause of death was a sharp object pushed through the victim's neck. The police searched Scott's phone, and they found that he had been messaging a woman named Heather Frank. The messages indicated that the two were romantically involved. The very last message from Heather was her asking Scott if he would like to come over late Saturday night. This just happened to be the night Scott went missing. The police went to Heather's home to speak with her, but despite her car being in her driveway, she wasn't home. The police would investigate Heather's files, and they found that she had been a victim of domestic violence at the hands of her former boyfriend named Kevin Eastman. Kevin had an extensive criminal history, which included multiple assaults against Heather. One assault was so bad, Heather was hospitalized with broken ribs, and Kevin was sentenced to 2 years of probation. The police investigated Kevin's phone records, and they found that he had also been at Heather's apartment on the Saturday night that Scott had been there. The next morning, phone records showed that all three of them drove to where Scott's body would eventually be found. Investigators found video footage of Kevin's vehicle in the area, which confirmed their suspicions that he was disposing of Scott's body. 3 hours later, they see the same vehicle heading back home. The police were able to confirm that Heather had returned with Kevin after disposing of Scott's body. Heather's employer reported that she had gone to work and she seemed to be living her normal life. This led police to believe that Kevin and Heather had worked together to kill and dispose of Scott's body. Since the police were unable to find Heather, and Kevin had an existing warrant for an unrelated crime, they decided to interview Kevin.
You got contacted today by Donnie Robbins and put in handcuffs and arrested and stuff like that, and it's the reason why you're here right now. And it's kind of because we found out that you have a warrant out of Denver for domestic violence. Were you aware of that?
No.
Okay.
No. The lady that I'd been with went through hell and back, treating each other bad and good, and Heather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I still love her with all my heart. I'd been very abusive. We were abusive to each other, but I was physically abusive, and I know that was wrong. And I went to counseling and all of that. But so then I moved out in August, living on my own, and things were working really, really good between us, and I thought we were really going to make it. And then I got laid off, and then right before Christmas, she just gave me a call, and she said, "Hey, I don't ever want to see you or hear you again," out of the blue.
From what I'm assuming that you just said last week, either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, you went over to Heather's house?
Yeah.
Okay, and she had a date?
Yeah, she told me she had it. Because I said, "Are you busy? You want to get her kids?" I said, "You want to get the boys together? Let's go eat." She just told me no. She has a date. But she gave me $100 for my phone until my unemployment came through, because I was waiting on that. Yeah, I don't know. I pissed her off somehow, but she didn't throw me out.
Sure.
So that was good. But it just ruined everything.
Sure.
Yeah, I asked her to marry me. Yeah. Yeah, but I asked her to marry me. And she said, "There's no way she can marry me." And so
How did that make you feel?
Deflated. Yeah, just like a worthless pile of shit.
Oh, you're not.
I was really hoping that it would have went different.
What would have went different?
That she would have let me come in and shower, and it would have been like it used to be between us,
Sure.
Because she's always a great, when she's not mad, she's a great nurturer. Yeah, and she loves to cook, and she loves to feed me.
You really care about her?
Yeah, I just asked her to marry me, you know what I mean? Again.
And so when you showed up to her house the night that she had the date, how did that make you feel?
Dejected, maybe.
Angry?
No.
Frustrated?
Just disappointed, I guess. Yeah, I gave up being mad at her a long time ago, because like I said, it was no big deal for her to just say, hey, disappeared for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
She just said she had a date and she didn't want to see me that night, so go ahead and leave.
How long were you at the door for?
Kevin explains on the night Scott went missing, he did stop by to see Heather, but she told him she had a date, and she asked him to leave. Kevin claims he was only there for a few minutes, and he never entered Heather's home. The detective brings up the missing persons case involving Scott Sessions to see how much Kevin knows about Scott.
And I'm sure that you've probably heard or seen stuff in the news about somebody disappearing from Greeley. Do you know anything about that?
Is it musician?
Is it a musician?
Yeah.
He was a musician.
Yeah, Heather showed me that on her phone.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Did she tell you that she knew that person?
She said that she had seen him play, and she actually took the kids to see him play. Well, I remember she started crying.
And so why was she crying? What was she upset about?
Man, that's kind of for her to tell you guys. It's real personal. I really felt sorry for her. But it didn't make sense because
I can feel that you're really conflicted over this.
well, I am. It's for her to tell you, but it probably really.
I think it would be easier for her to tell me if I knew already, and I could tell her that I already knew what happened.
Anyway, it came out that she had intimate relations with him.
Okay.
And that it wasn't mutually agreeable. It's kind of how she made it sound. I didn't believe that because she said she took the boys to go see him. And I said, well, why would, if somebody did that to me, I wouldn't ever want to go to wherever they were at again. You know what I mean? I just want to.
All right, so the question is who didn't want it? Was it her? Was it him?
Well, okay, she told me that, she told him no, and he just kept going. And that her, and I feel bad speaking ill of the dead, right? That's not very polite.
Kevin makes his first mistake by saying he doesn't feel comfortable speaking ill of the dead. At this point, Scott is just a missing person, and no reports have been made claiming he is dead. The detectives decide not to bring attention to Kevin's mistake until later in the interview.
We saw your vehicle on the cameras at the Mishawaka Event Center on Highway 14 in the Poudre Canyon. Okay? Why don't you tell me about why you were driving up there? Okay. Why did Heather go with you up on Sunday the 9th up to the Gleneco Lodge to eat breakfast during a snowstorm?
Hey Kevin, there's something else we know too.
Okay.
Saturday night, you, Heather, and Scott were all at Heather's house. We know that. Okay, so why don't you walk us through what happened? The three of you were at Heather's house for an extended period of time. We know that is fact. Okay, tell us about being there with Scott.
Yeah. We know that you were there.
I don't remember anything.
Here's the thing, Kevin.
Dude named Scott.
You told us that you proposed to her. I mean, you feel very deeply for this woman. And you know that she had intimate relations with Scott. That's like not only sticking something in your chest, but it's twisting it too. The guy that you know, she has slept with.
That would be awkward.
That would be very
Right.
awkward. Tell us what happened there. I mean, you're with your person you proposed to a week later,
Right.
and Scott's there.
I don't even remember anybody.
Because you've already said Because you already said that you were there with him. Okay.
No,
About 2 minutes ago you said that.
I said I don't remember him being there when I was there. I was there at 4, and that's when I asked her if we could go to dinner. and if she'd lend me $100 against my phone.
We know you were there between 6:30, actually the entire evening you were there.
We know that you were there all
We
night.
know that. We also know he was there the entire evening, and Heather was there the entire evening.
Earlier in this interrogation, Kevin made a mistake, and he referred to Scott as the dead, even though the police never reported that they had found his body. The detective will now tell Kevin there is no way he could have known Scott was dead, because that information has yet to be made public.
Where did we find Scott? You said that you didn't want to speak ill of the dead. I told you that he was a missing person. Okay, you said that you didn't want to speak ill of the dead.
Right.
We found him the next day up the Pooter Canyon in Pingree Park. Okay, we know that he was with you and Heather the night before at Heather's house. And then we found him on Monday in Pingree Park. We are telling you that we know that you and Heather on the 9th in a snowstorm drove up to Pingree
It
Park.
wasn't a snowstorm, guys.
I can show you the video.
It wasn't.
Okay, well, we're talking semantics.
That
It was
is,
snow. It was snow.
you were there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't.
So why did you guys go up to Pingree Park? What did you have to do up in Pingree Park?
I don't even remember going to Pingree Park.
You and Heather took Scott up there.
I've never even seen this dude. You guys are calling Scott.
No,
I've never
no,
even seen him.
we're not talking that, okay? Kevin, we need to get past that,
Him.
okay? We have you in the house with him at the same time. Okay?
And I don't believe that either.
Kevin is noticeably uncomfortable as he does his best to think of an explanation for the evidence. The detectives continue talking to Kevin to keep his mind occupied, which will make it more difficult for him to come up with a lie.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember.
You're trying to hide from this. You remember.
No, I'm trying to remember. I have where I check out disassociation syndrome.
Because you got angry, you got upset, you were frustrated, you saw something that really bothered you about the contact between
I don't
Scott.
know why I have disassociation syndrome, but I've had it for years and years and years, and I lose big chunks of time sometimes. Sometimes I'll come out to my car, I'll wake up in my car, it'll be like 4 hours later, and there'll be like flip-flops. I never wear flip-flops. Brand new flip-flops from Walmart. I never shop at Walmart. You know what I mean? This is the type of stuff that, yeah, it's fucking maddening. You guys are sitting here telling me this stuff, and I honest to God don't fucking remember it.
I think you do. Let's back up for a second. You're telling me that you can't remember what happened on the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, or the 11th. But you can tell me that you know that you remember her having contact with him back in January and about how they were going out on a date and how they had...
In January.
Let's listen to me. Pay
Okay.
attention to what I'm saying, okay? And that we've got her showing you the press release and that she was really upset about it, okay? So let's get past that. We know that you have memory and that you remember stuff, okay? This stuff about you not remembering, I'm not buying it, Ryan's not buying it. We know that you were there. You know that you were there, and you just want to tell us what happened. And I think that once you tell us what happened, you're going to feel a lot better about it.
The next big issue they have is where is Heather? She failed to show up for her shift at work, and the police confirm she wasn't home, despite her vehicle being there. What the detectives don't know but will soon find out is that Kevin has already made sure Heather could never be with another man.
Where's Heather?
What?
Where's Heather?
She's probably at work.
She's not at work.
She's
not home. And her car's home.
And we're at her house. Okay?
Run that by me again?
Where is Heather?
I thought she'd be at work.
She's not there. Okay?
And you're saying her car's at her house.
And she's not at her house.
Remember, she could be with Mike. I mean,
But you were there last night. You were at her house last night.
I was at her house yesterday afternoon. We spent the whole day together.
Did Heather do something?
Was Heather defending herself against this guy? You went over there, she freaked out, there was a mess, and being the devoted partner you are to her,
You helped her, didn't you?
you cleaned up Heather's mess.
It's okay.
Well, I know that I should love her a lot. And now you guys got me worried because she didn't go to work today.
Kevin, let's talk about this weekend. We're not talking about today. Okay. You guys went up to the Poudre Canyon. You went up to Pingree Park. You went up there to drop Scott off.
Did you help Heather take Scott up to the mountains and drop his body off? Because you didn't want her to get in trouble. Is that what happened? So if that's what happened, we can make sense of this. It has come to the point where you can't cover for her
She's
anymore.
got her kids and her job and her car and her place.
Her kids are grown. They can take care of themselves.
Oh, but yeah, they need their mom.
It's okay. They'll still have her mom. Okay?
You know what? You know what, Kevin? Just between the three of us here, Scott was not a good guy. Do you think he did something to Heather? Do you think she's the first one? Hell no. Scott was not a good guy. Heather to him was just another conquest. Nothing more than that.
Just another notch in his belt.
You, on the other hand, Heather, you're devoted to Heather.
You know what you showed Heather during all this? That she can rely on you. That you're dependable.
The detectives reveal Scott's criminal history, and they claim that he is a registered offender. This is a lie, but they are trying to get Kevin to believe that he did something good by killing Scott, and that the police have his back.
And it's time
No,
now.
I just try and show her what a real man is so she won't go do this stuff with other guys. Get in this
And how did you show her?
situation.
How did you show her?
By working hard, by cleaning house, by loving her, by getting her flowers, by making her coffee in the morning. If I could remember, I'd tell you, man. I would.
No, you can remember. And I know that you can remember. Look at me, Kevin. Okay?
These are messages from Heather to Scott.
Oh, please.
No, it's not detailed. It's not detailed.
I don't want to hear any of it.
Kevin.
That's, no, please.
Kevin,
She just asked him to come over, okay?
these are the messages from Saturday night.
You're not the bad guy.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, you're the victim here, Kevin.
No, I'm never a victim.
Okay,
Even when I'm a victim, I don't.
you don't want to see these texts, but it's between Heather and Scott.
Yeah.
She's saying come over, okay? What I think happened is, with these notes, Heather invited him over. Okay, we know she invited him over. Unless you invited him over, pretending to be Heather. But I don't think that happened. I think Heather did it. Heather put you in this position. We know all three of you were there all night.
Well, whatever happened had to be so bad, I blocked it out, guys. If you guys are saying I was there, I don't remember it. I blocked it out for some reason. It was some kind of trauma.
This is your opportunity, Kevin, to get your side of the story out. And I can't accept that that's your story, is that you can't remember.
You helped her clean it up. You helped him take the body up to Pingree Park and dump them in the snow and then light them on fire. You walked over to the dead tree and took branches off of a dead tree and piled branches on top of him. Just like you were burning stuff today.
Okay, if you guys are gonna lie to me, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you guys. Did you guys?
Have we lied to you yet?
Just now.
But we haven't lied about anything else that's been going on in this entire conversation. Why would we lie to you now?
Well, I don't know. right? But I know what I know. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about this guy getting his body done. I don't know nothing about whatever happened between him and Heather at Heather's house when I wasn't there.
You were there.
No, I wasn't, man. I wasn't. I wish I could remember.
We know Scott was killed. We know he was killed at Heather's.
Really?
Kevin continues playing mind games with the detectives for almost an hour. The detectives realize they are just going in circles, so they decide to take a break and go over their next strategy. Before they leave, they ask Kevin if he would like something to eat. While Kevin eats his food, the detectives are made aware that Heather's body has been found.
I think that you probably need to take a break as well and kind of collect your thoughts. Do you want to keep talking, or do you want to take a break and use the restroom? Do you need to?
I'd like to be able to use the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want some food? Do you want something to eat?
Yeah, a little snack would be okay.
Hey, sir. Brought you a burger and fries and a Coke. Just you've been sitting here for a while. All right?
That's kind of you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem. We'll catch you with you in a bit.
This is my body.
Hey, Kevin. Sorry to leave you here for so long.
That's
Got to
okay.
eat? You got something in your...
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, a lot better.
Feeling a lot better? Good. We know some stuff, okay? There's been some new developments, all right? And we are in here to talk to you to get the truth, okay? And if we're gonna continue to lie, if you're gonna continue to lie, this conversation is gonna be over with, okay? We're only in here to talk to you about the truth. Do you understand that?
What's that?
I said, I've been praying hard, guys. I have. Yeah, I don't know the truth. My head's too scrambled. My brain's protecting itself and won't let me recall it. I know you don't believe me. I'm sorry, but
We're not talking about that anymore, okay?
Right.
We know that's not true.
okay.
What time did you see Heather last night?
Whenever we got back from Loveland, it's right 4.
Okay? And what happened from there?
We're taking in the groceries in her apartment. She just got all freaked out.
Tell us why she was freaking out.
She didn't really tell me. She keeps a lot of shit to herself. I mean, she's a hard person to read.
How did you know that she was freaking out if she didn't tell you that she was freaking out?
I knew by the way that she was just mad and just the way that she acts, but I asked her, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. We can work through this. And she's just like, I can't even stand to look at you. I want you to leave.
Why couldn't she look at you?
I don't know. She tells me that a lot.
All right, we're kind of going around in circles, and you're telling us untruths. Okay, we've told you that you're lying to us. You know you're lying to us. We've given
No,
you
I'm
so
not.
many opportunities.
I'm not. You guys have given me a lot of opportunities.
So you're telling me the last time you saw Heather was yesterday afternoon, and then you left her house by yourself. Is that right? Because that's what you just said a couple minutes ago.
Did you leave her house with her or without her?
I left without her to go get food.
Okay. I'm going to show you a video of a camera that's facing her house from last night. It says February 15th, 2020 at 5:17 p.m. and 20 seconds. Okay? And it goes to 5:18 and 10 seconds. Okay?
The detective shows Kevin proof that he left Heather's house with Heather in his car, despite his claims that he left alone. This proves that he was the last person to have seen Heather alive.
That's you and Heather walking out of the house. She's wearing a white coat. She's carrying some stuff and you're walking behind her. She gets in the front seat of your car. You put something in the back seat. You get in the car. She doesn't get out. No, hold on a second. We're watching this real quick, okay?
Well, I was just gonna show
Hold on a
you.
second. No, we're watching this.
Okay.
Okay, that's your car. and you drive away. And you want to know what this tells us? What we know is that you drove away with Heather last night and she never returned to your house or to her house. And that we had a tracker on your car and we tracked you going out to the house out in Weld County, the farm where the barn is, where the burn pit is, that you were tending to this morning.
Right.
Okay? And we found Heather. And Heather is in the same condition that Scott is.
At the beginning of this interrogation, Kevin admitted to working in his fire pit earlier that day, and he even smelled like smoke. Investigators found Heather's body under a pallet inside of the burn pit Kevin had been tending to earlier that day.
It's time to start talking.
This is the time that you need to talk. If you're not going to tell us the truth, then this conversation is over.
Heather's dead. Okay, if you gave your word to Heather, that doesn't matter. She's no longer around.
Don't say that. You guys, that's mean of you guys to tell me shit like that. You're trying to make me talk, alright? That's not fair.
No.
It's not. I'm trying to be cool about it, man. That's punching below the belt, guys. Give me a second.
Kevin, breathe. Okay? Hey, Kevin, pick your head up and breathe, okay? In and out. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Hey,
I don't know, it could have been an accident. I don't know. Something definitely happened.
Kevin, look at me. Breathe, okay? You said earlier that you thought that this was an accident. Describe the accident to me. Tell me what the accident was. Kevin, you can say it.
Through his fake tears, Kevin spends the next 15 minutes running circles around the truth. He implies that Heather is the one who killed Scott, and that's all he knows. The detectives realize he is building a narrative where Heather killed Scott, and since she is dead, it will be harder to prove she wasn't the killer. They decide to move on to the previous night, when they believe Kevin killed Heather.
She gets in the car with you.
No, I left her there at the house at 4:15. She told me to leave. I seen the video. You ain't gotta show me again. You ain't gotta show me again.
I'm going to show you again.
What happened last night? We found the burn pit, and we found what was in the burn pit. We found who was in the burn pit. Okay?
There wasn't nobody in the burn pit. I burned weeds this morning in household trash. No.
Okay.
We're gonna talk.
Stop. Let's stop with the lies.
Was she just pushing your buttons?
She was freaking out and you got upset. You got scared. We have a problem here. Okay? And the problem is that we have Scott, who died at Heather's house back of last Saturday night, and that your car was seen going up Cooter Canyon to Pingree Park to dispose of his body and burn his body. Okay? And now, last night, we had a tracker on your car, and your car went out to the farm.
Cause I told you she threw me out, so I went out there and I tried talking to Troy. And she said, yeah, whatever.
We've already told you that did not happen.
You're right, I didn't even go anywhere. I'm just saying I did to cover somebody's ass. Can I get a lawyer? I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry I let you down.
Okay.
My life's over no matter what, guys.
Kevin, since you're under arrest, okay, you're under arrest for the domestic violence warrant, we are going to change you out into jail clothing. Okay, we're gonna take some photographs of you, okay? And then we're gonna put you in the jail clothing, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, you're very thorough. Thank you.
Well, I'm trying to be
Right.
channel,
Yeah,
you know?
you guys are awesome.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Kevin was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. As the police began looking into other unsolved murder cases in the area, they began to suspect that Kevin may have killed more than just 2 people, but unfortunately they were unable to gather enough evidence to prove this. As far as Heather and Scott, prosecution argued that after Kevin found out Heather was seeing another man, he went to her house and killed Scott. After threatening to kill her children, Kevin forced Heather to help him dispose of the body, and then he later would kill Heather. In the end, Kevin was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. It's still unclear if Heather was willingly involved in Scott's death, or if she was afraid of Kevin, so she did as she was told. What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments below.